Namaste, Jai Bharat. Good schools in civilized societies teach multiculturalism, etc. to children. And one of the most sensitive aspects of the so-called multiculturalism that need to be unpacked. There's a different story altogether, different question altogether. One thing is which one addresses normally in such multicultural terms to coexist in multiculturalism. One such thing is that how do you treat other religion? How should you look at other religion? These are things which should get taught in the schools. And in our nation, these things are implicitly and explicitly discussed and taught, because we are a multicultural, pluralistic society. Of course, our concept of pluralism goes back to the Vedas, so that's a different thing altogether. So these things should get taught in schools, and they are really getting taught. Now, what should be your attitude towards other religion? And then a common answer and a common presentation of that answer is that one should tolerate, one should practice tolerance. Now, Bapu, Mahatma Gandhi, himself was very fond of using this term tolerance, religious tolerance. That has come into set, religious tolerance. But honestly, is that an appropriate concept? Normally, what do we tolerate? Tolerating means what? Toleration means what? We tolerate something which we don't like. For some reason, you really don't like it, or really you don't really appreciate it. But then, for various reasons, you put up with that, and that is how you tolerate. In other words, when you speak of tolerating, you actually tolerate a nonsense. You're tolerating something as a nonsense for you. I'm talking about one person's perspective who is tolerating. So in his perspective, something is a nonsense, but yet he tolerates for various other factors, reasons. Is religion a nonsense to be tolerated? There's a theological position here. Someone who belongs to a religion who says that my position is correct, mine is the only correct position, and at the same time he also adds to it that the other positions are wrong. I'm right, I'm only right, and you all are wrong. With such an attitude, he really tolerates other religion to coexist in a multicultural, pluralistic society. With this attitude, with this theology, you really are tolerating. But that alone is not the attitude of religion to all religions. The dharmas in Bharat don't have this attitude. They never tell you, you are right, you are only right, and others are wrong. They never tell. None of the dharmas in Bharat will teach you that others are wrong, you are right. All that they teach is there are many ways, many paths. Everything is right in its own way, at least. That's what Bharatiya philosophy teaches. That's what the Vedas are teaching. Ekam sadvipra bhavadha vatanti. And also Anubhadra, Kratavo yanta vishvata. No matter from where. Said by whom? If it is noble, welcome. So with this attitude, the concept of tolerance doesn't fall into place, doesn't fit into place. So the people of Bharat, from Sanatani to Sikh, Jains, Buddhists, Sikhs and Hindus, they don't tolerate other religions because they don't treat the other religions as nonsense, and because they don't believe that they are the only right things or right people, others are wrong. It's only when you believe that you are wrong and I am right, I tolerate you for some other reason, for various reasons. Here we don't tolerate. What do we do? So in a nation like Bharat, in a Sanskrit like Bharat, the use of that word, concept, term, tolerance is absolutely inappropriate. We don't tolerate religions, we accept and appreciate. You just can't accept something until your mind permits. We have no problem. We accept your faith system as your faith system. Accepting your faith system as your faith system doesn't mean that I accept that faith system. I don't need to. I have different faith system and I have also no faith system. You have your faith system, your matters, your ways. I'm not concerned. I appreciate that. Yes, it's yours. So long as it is yours, fine. I respect it. But I don't tolerate you as a nonsense. It's not. When you tolerate religion, it's akin to an irreparable, inescapable leprosy. That's not the case with religions, of any religions. They are sacred to the ones who are in it. So we respect your faith. We respect your faith which you hold as dear. I need to know nothing about your faith. I needn't even appreciate your ways of faith. But I would appreciate how you belong to that. You belong to that. You think that's correct. You think that's great. You think that's right for you. Well, I respect that thought. I needn't bother about how you practice, how you do things, how you ritualize. These are not my concern. But you do it, alright. And I know you, alright. So I respect your faith, and that's the end of it. I don't tolerate you as a nonsense. I respect you genuinely. So when we use concepts, when we use words, you also remember that you are speaking with your own background. With a background, with such a theological background where you are instructed that you are right and others are wrong, you have to use the word religious tolerance. But with a different background, that of a Hindu and others in Bharat, other dharmas, you don't have to use the word tolerance. We don't. Because we genuinely respect your faith because it's your faith. I don't need to know it. So, these are the common confusions people do. It's better we understand, correct ourselves. We can't change the whole world, but at least we can change ourselves. We meet again. Till then, Namaste. Jai Bharat. Jai Shri Ram.